Alright, so I'm going to do a quick review on this Zerolemon Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra case. So taking it in and out is a little bit of a challenge. I found it's easier to actually pop it out from the bottom. So you just kind of pull this up and then get the side out as well. And then you can push out the back and drop it like that. Alright, so to me that's the easiest way to remove the case, because the clips up here, if you try and take the top side off first, you'll end up like pulling this out, and then you might accidentally pull on the phone, which will put stress on this cable down here. So it's better to kind of just push the phone out through the case. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick review, because the other video I did was a super long one just showing everything in detail. But the case, it's pretty much like the Note 8. This little hole is decent for like keeping little things in there. So if you want, you can put like some little tools or something. I did a test to see like if you had money and you wanted to keep it in your phone case, just fold it in half, and then fold it in half a third time. Then you can actually fit it in here. And you can probably fit like several bills in there if you want. Or you can put other things in there. I wouldn't put anything that's like solid that moves around, that can move around a lot. Or if you do, you want to put some padding to keep it pressed in there, because if you don't, then it's going to rattle around and your phone is, oh, who's this? What the heck? Okay, and basically your phone will be like the one that's holding that in place. So if you put something solid in there, it's going to be hitting that back piece of your phone. Okay, so keep that in mind. You want to be careful if you put something in here that it's soft, or you want to put something to pad it. So you can put like some tissue or something to, if you put something solid, to keep it from rattling and hitting the back of your phone. All right, so that's how you would keep that. So let's see here. I'm gonna go over some things that I found kind of problems with this case. So let's see here. So the case, you put it on like that, put the bottom in, okay, snap it in, and then you drop that in. So here you can see like the way they designed this case, they put these like corners here, so when you drop it, it kind of, you're very unlikely to hit it straight on the flat end. So that's good for impact, because it'll usually hit here, and that will force the impact to go like sideways and then spread up instead of kind of into the phone. So the design actually for impact is pretty good, though I wish they did put some soft material inside, like how they did on this Spigen Tough Armor, just so that the glass isn't completely impacting with the hard plastic inside. All right, so as far as that goes, oops, let's put this back in. Okay, so the case is a little bit tricky or weird to put on, but you basically curl these bits over the plastic. And this one doesn't have the weird thing with the rubber that you have to push around the camera like the Note 8 did. It's great because when you hold the phone, it allows you to have a place to hold there, and even with your left hand. So it's kind of nice. It gives you a bit more grip instead of just grabbing from the side. It gives you like some up and down grip. To turn it on and off, so you press it once, it turns on. They changed that from before. Before you had to always hold the button. So you press and hold the button to turn it off. You press it once to turn it on. All right. So it's good in some ways, but also it like you might accidentally turn it on accident. Oh, I said accident twice, but that was an accident as well. All right. So one thing I found, I like to use, before I was using this super long cable with the MacBook charger brick, but it doesn't like taking power from the MacBook charger brick. So keep that in mind if you are going to use this really long cable from the MacBook. Even if you use the genuine Samsung charger that came with the Note 20 Ultra, it doesn't like this cable. So I don't know what's the difference, if the cable has like, they do have USB-C different versions that can support like 4K and stuff. Maybe this cable doesn't support 4K or data or something. So I don't know if that's what it is. So I tested this, the phone case or the battery charging ability. It works fine with wireless. If you use the Apple charger, you can use the wireless adapter with with the Samsung USB-C charger. You don't need the Samsung specific wireless adapter because it's just a Qi charger or key charger, whatever you want to call it. I think it's called Qi. But yeah, so you can use the wireless charger with any adapter as long as it provides enough power for this thing. So it needs 9 volt, 1.67 amps. So as long as it can provide that, it'll work fine. But you can also use the older wireless chargers, the non-fast ones, and it'll work as well. It works fine with all the USB things from Samsung. I'm sure it will work with the third party aftermarket ones as well. But some, just keep in mind, some cables won't work, okay? The USB-C to USB-C adapter, using this, it does allow you to do super fast charging to the phone. And then these allow you to still do the fast charging, I believe. Let me double check. I didn't really confirm. Okay, let's plug that in. All right, let me make sure, because I don't want to say stuff and then it ends up not true. Okay, so this is just doing normal charging, actually. So the regular USB cable with the old ones, let me try with this one. I don't know if there's a difference, but we will try. So with the old Samsung chargers, so far it's looking like it only does regular charging. It doesn't do fast charging or super fast charging. So yeah, it's just doing regular charging. But with this one, you can do super fast charging, but it doesn't let you use, you can't use the Apple cable with this. So even with this Samsung brick, you can't use the Apple USB-C cable. So keep that in mind. I don't know what's special about these cables that makes it not work with the Apple cable. I would have thought the Apple cable is much thicker, that it would be able to do it. But with this one, it's super fast charging. It's just that the USB-C to USB-C cable is so short. So I don't like how I'm limited to that. I did use an aftermarket USB to USB-C charging cable, and that worked fine for the regular charging. If I plug the USB-C cable into a MacBook and then plug it into the phone, I will get fast charging, not super fast charging, but the regular fast charging. And if I plug it into a PC with a regular USB to USB-C cable, I believe it just does regular charging. Let me check, actually. I'll pause the video. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. That was actually a dumb thing to check because, of course, this is only USB. It's not USB 3. So, of course, the regular USB only puts out 5 watts anyways. So, yeah, if you do through a PC regular USB port, you will only get regular charging. Though I guess any new computer that has USB-C, you should be able to get fast charging out of it. So keep that in mind. It does let you do data transfer, so you don't need to take it out of the case like the old phones with the Note 8. I had to take it out of the case every time I wanted to do data transfer. So I read this also supports DeX, Samsung DeX, if you want to use your phone as like a Android computer. So yeah. And the camera cutouts, of course, it's good. You can keep your phone there, like I mentioned earlier. The S Pen is still easy to get to. The cutout is nice and big, so you can still reach your finger in and kind of pull it out after you click it, right? The speakers still sound basically the same. And then you got the microphones here. I didn't test like a phone call with the microphones to see if there's any change, but I always use Bluetooth. So I don't know. If I make a call and I find any issues with that, I'll let you know. But yeah, and then if I didn't mention, this little cutout hump here is nice because then you know where the power button is. And also like with this little cutout here, you know where the power button is because it's just right above that little cutout. And then you know where the volume button is. So I kind of like that design. The Spigen also did it nice with this like different texture, so you know where the buttons start. So I like that as well, but this works as well. So it's not a bad design. Yeah, so the only real complaint I have right now is that I can't use the Apple charger, MacBook charger, to charge the phone. And I can't use the cable either. So even if I use the Samsung things, I can't use the cable unless I'm using it like with the wireless charging. But I kind of like having my phone charge while I'm still using it, so I don't want to like have it on a wireless charger and hold the wireless charger while I'm using my phone. That's kind of, yeah, weird. But anyways, that's pretty much all there is for this. If I didn't mention, if you have the bigger USB-C things, like some devices, Samsung used to come with a USB-C to USB-A, which allowed you to connect to another phone to transfer your files, or you can even just plug regular USB devices like a mouse or something into it. That wouldn't fit in this cutout, I don't think. I think this is too small. So that's the only other complaint I have. So the cutout for this makes it so you can't use those USB adapters. You have to use one with the little cable so it extends out. And then the other complaint is you're a little bit more limited with what you can charge your phone with. So my Note 8 actually wouldn't charge with this cable at all, the Apple charger, even if it's not in the Zerolemon case. So it's not that bad because the Note 8 wouldn't take this at all either. So it's just something with the Note 20 that it accepts the charge now, but with the case it basically makes it like the Note 8 charging abilities. But yeah, and the other thing is this case is pretty heavy, so with the battery in it, you'll see 472 grams ish, and 1.041 or 1.038 pounds. All right, 16.6165 ounces. All right, so I mean, I don't mind the weight. It's kind of nice because if you have this in your pocket, if somebody tries to steal it, you'll know it's gone. Like if you're going somewhere, you'll know if you forgot your phone. So I really like that. The only thing is if you're using this with like a car mount or something, keep in mind this is really heavy. So yeah, if you're using this with a car mount, make sure your car mount is secured down very well, because if you leave it, even if it holds initially, the weight will pull on the thing and your suction cup might let go. So, okay. So hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. If you want a more in-depth review, I did a video of that as well. So yeah, hopefully this helped. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.